FTB lag, thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. All right. Type Blazer time. We got lots of work to do. Every day we got lots of work to do. All right, here's all my terminals. Let me clear them out. Let me restart Claude, actually. Here we go. I should leave this one open. We gotta take inventory, take stock of what issues are still at large. What do we got going on? 69 issues, man. Issues are non-stop. Let's see if I forgot to file anything. Caching. Do I have something for caching? I don't know if I have an issue for that. What else we got? The backspace. Did I file this issue? Backspace problems. When you hit space, the previous word still appears at the bottom. So when I backspace or whatever, I don't really know what I'm about to backspace, where the limit is. All right, let me actually test this out before I file an issue. So when I press the space, I see. All right, so after a user presses the space bar and the word is correct, what's the behavior I'm expecting? The input, what do I call that? The input text, input box should be cleared. I think that's the issue here. Tonko Blanco. What's happening? How you doing? Good morning. Let's see, there's okay. So I think this is a continuation of the bug. I got stuck on a YMCA for a few seconds because I kept typing Y, but it wouldn't make any progress. All right, we'll file this one issue. I think I already filed it, man. Did I? Yeah, backspace problems. And then there's another issue with the timer. I think I fixed it, but I saw something else. WPMs only update on keystroke. Let me test this bug out myself. So look at this. If I just type one word, the WPMs do not update until I type another letter. So that's not great. I've tested this in single player mode, but I'm sure it exists in many different modes. But let's focus on the single player for now. Whenever I type a character, my WPM updates. However, if I stop typing, my WPMs do not update, but the time is going on still. I would like the WPMs to constantly update itself, even if the user does not type anything mid-passage. Liquid Surya, welcome. Good morning to you. You guys ready for some bug fixes and stuff? Alright, daily passage cheat. I need to edit this description. To prevent people from doing this, let's add a button that when you press it, it will count down just like a championship race or something. Except instead of 10 seconds, let's make the countdown 3 seconds. And let's hide the passage until the person presses the button that says attempt the daily passage. Once the person presses the attempt the daily passage button, then it will register as an attempt. If they refresh mid-page, then that attempt is lost. Alright, that's what I want to do for that daily passage thing. Alright, we have a few bugs, so I think I can fire off the LLMs now. Championship race results, avatars. Oh, there's another one too. The championship lobby avatars are also too small. Championship lobby avatars, too small. Right now, the championship lobby avatars are so tiny. Let's increase their size to at least the medium or large size. Maybe even extra large if you think it can fit. Like if there is only, say, 6 or less players, let's use the extra large size. And then let's figure out, you can calculate what the best size is for the avatars based on how many people are in the championship race lobby. I'll leave it up to you to do those calculations. Alright, what else we got, man? We got 72 bugs or 72 issues open. Let's start. How do we start this? KJ Zana, what's happening? Good day to you. Good morning. Let's kick off these Claude codes, man. Spoon XOR, how you doing? Yesterday, I watched Tron Legacy for the first time. I have never seen that. Is that a movie? I assume it's a movie. Otherwise, maybe it might be a show or something. I've never watched it. I don't even know what it's about. Is there some relation to that? To like typing or Type Blazer or something like that? For a film that's 15 years old, it looks breathtaking and stunningly composed. A 15-year-old movies ain't that old, man. Alright, let's see. 15 years ago, it's like 2011, right? That's not even that long ago, man. There's tons of movies that look crazy that's 15 years old. Right? Like Lord of the Rings or whatever. Whereas most modern MCU films look like motor oil under a heat lamp at 7-Eleven. Well, I haven't seen many of those MCU things. I don't watch many movies, man. Not gonna lie. All right, let's get some of these LLMs some work to do. I think they're pretty hungry. So first thing is first. Let's do 732, 731, 730, 729. Ooh. How many is that? 4. 704, 702. That's six issues. All right, 702, 704. Let me start. Do issue 702. Do issue 704. 729. Is this what software engineering has become, man? I just offload all my work. It's crazy, man. Seven 731, 732. I need one more Claude. Where should I put it? I want to use this one, man. Let's clear this out. Let me restart this one actually. 732, right? There we go. Work is in motion, man. They're already ready to implement this one. Avatar is too small. Easy fix. Yes. I cannot imagine what we will do in a year from now when it comes to software engineering. Probably more or less the same stuff, man, except it's going to be a lot more accurate, perhaps. Right? It's going to be crazy, man. Hey, Tonko Balanko, do you vibe code a lot? I don't know if you've told me, like, if you work or, you know, like, what's going on over there. If you're a vibe coder, if you are vibe coding personal projects, or you're vibe coding at work and everyone, your whole team's vibe coding. Do you even manually code anymore? You know, do you ever see yourself going back to manually coding? I want to interview like everybody in who comes to the stream about stuff, man. I'm curious what other people are doing and how they see the future. Wait, what's this one doing? Updates on keystroke only. Easy fix, hopefully. All right. Everybody's vibe coding. It seems like everybody should be vibe coding. I'm not sure if everybody is actually vibe coding though. It sounds like there's some people out there who don't quite trust the vibe coding, or they don't want to let go of like being in total control of their code base or something. Maybe some people really just are more resistant to the vibes, man. Because, you know, it's easy to get sloppy with it and just accept whatever comes. Yeah, I wonder how everyone is vibe, like to what extent, because there's like, it's like a spectrum, you know. I guess everyone is vibe coding. It's kind of like saying, you know, everyone is probably on the spectrum to some degree, but like how much on the vibe coding spectrum are you? I think I'm pretty high up there on the spectrum. Vibe coding became a what word? What, man, can I even pronounce that word? Um,
Pejorative.
pejorative. What does that mean, man? A derogatory term. Yeah, I get these vibes, man. People put some negative meanings to vibe coding usually. I suppose because it's such a wide net, um, it could mean so many different things. I like the term agentic coding. I don't like that term, honestly. I like vibe coding, man. Vibe coding is nice and playful, but I suppose it, I don't know. People don't take you seriously if you say vibe coding. Agentic coding sounds a little too fancy or something. I use it quite a lot, but don't know much about things like workflow, agents, etc. Yes, douche, I imagine most people take your approach, where they probably do lots of vibe coding, but they don't fine tune and optimize their flow to be maximum like autonomy. I like this frog t-shirt so much. Hey, don't defense. Thank you very much. My wife got this shirt for me. She says it looks like me when I'm grumpy. That's why she bought it. Anyways, don't defense wants to do a type racer. Uh, one of the very last type racers that we might do. I understand, but because you are doing your own shit professionally when doing a job, we need to sell it. It's not like every dumbass can do as people say. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Like agentic coding in the professional environment sounds, more serious than, hey guys, check out my vibe coded changes, man. That's how I talk at work. I don't know. I don't have a job. Anyways, type racer. Not type blazer. Type racer, man. First race is the warm up. Second race, championship round. It's like project management and planner. Is it the same? Planner? I don't know. Planner doesn't really have. Wait, which one is bad? Is planner bad? I'm not sure. All right, you guys ready for the warm up? I'm ready. Hey, what just happened, man? My thing was just like frozen. Camilo, thank you very much for the follow. Cancel type race all glory to type blazer. Yeah, it's coming real soon, don't defense. I think once I can finish my leagues properly and I have some nice passages, I'm gonna completely deprecate type racer. But for now, we'll just keep using it until the grand switch or whatever you want to call it. Here we go. I think it's almost ready. I'm going to try and work hard this week. Try and get it done. All right, championship round. we go. Dang, 138. Crazy speed, don't defense. I swear. Type Racer stats are padded. Like, they use all the fastest words in the passages, man. Almost my max, yeah, me too. Almost my max. Hey, Ziano, thank you very much for the hydrates. All right, 138. That's probably our max on the board. Cheers. That's probably our max on, like, the leaderboards here. Don't. I swear, you're getting a lot faster, don't defense, from the first time you did a type racer in this channel. Hey, you got 107s? Jeez, that's crazy. I'm so sorry I missed it. I got so excited about Don't Defense's crazy score that I didn't even really look at any other score. 107 is huge, man. That's everyone's getting faster. Here we go. Dang, tied for Ricky with Ricky Wong on his last run. Let's see. Don't defense. Don't. Where is your name, man? 125? Yeah, you've crushed your previous best on the championship board. Wait, how could Clistar get... What are you talking about, man? I get 45 on Type Blazer, yeah. Maybe because you've been training on Type Blazer for the last few weeks, your speed on Type Racer has increased by so much. Is that like a personal best at 107? I'm curious. 110 is the highest. Dang. 107 factor. I see what you're saying, man. What a nerdy joke, Don't Defense. Nobody even got that except you. Alright. Let's just accept all these things, whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. The anti-cheat one I have to pay more attention to than the others, I think. So this one is Avatar's too small. Don't really have to review that. Speedometer breaks. Don't have to review that. Clear type text display after completing a word. I guess I don't really have to review that. I'm going to say make a PR. This one is WPM's only update on keystrokes. Don't have to review it. Dynamic championship lobby size. Don't have to review that either. This make a PR? Man, Vertizoid told me to do something with this make a PR command, but I still haven't done it, man. Alright, so where are we going next? We gotta wait until they all get reviewed and merged. And I gotta make a staging environment too, but I'll do that offline. I think I have everything prepped, so it's just like pressing buttons in Supabase and modifying my Nginx or, you know, things like that. Smart Coder, good morning to you. What's happening? Turn on dangerously skip permissions. No, I don't want to do that. So sometimes, no, even in my Ralph loop, I don't do that. I give it a list of commands that it could run. Just tell Claude Code to look at the bash history and make command for PR maybe. Man, hold on. Chat. Brother's calling. I don't know. I don't know if it's. All right. What we're doing, make all these PRs, they're going to get reviewed, except this anti-cheat one. I'd like to test it manually. Just tell Claude to look at the bash history and make command. No, there's like an actual thing in Claude, like a command. I don't know what's the difference between those things, but there's like a slash command for PR making or commits or something. I've been using it with no issues so far. Yeah, probably a lot of people have been using it, Smart Coder, but I ain't one of them right now. Maybe one day in the future I'll start doing it, but I don't want to do it right now. Here we go. I guess I'll just clear these. Hey, Smart Code, are you vibe coding at work mostly? Or what? Hey, what does this mean? Visual Studio disconnected. And then it just goes away. Who knows? Bobby B. Dennis in the house. Welcome to the party. Good morning. All right, we gotta do more work here. I should really be testing the private leagues thing. So let me pull that up. Oh, not found. What are you talking about? Not found, man. I'm going to Type Racer, man. Wait. Interesting. Interesting. I'm using Nginx. Huh. At least I don't get that error. Vibe coding won't cut it. Gotta do some real coding. So you don't do any vibe coding at work? Or what? You don't use much AI with work? Then what are you using dangerously skip permissions for? If you're saying vibe coding doesn't cut it. Alright, I'm testing my own site, the leagues. Let's see. The race histories. The leaderboards. I actually want to redo the leaderboards. I don't want to just track how many wins. I want to track something else. I use it for my personal projects, Codex and Claude. Nice. What kind of personal projects? Anything interesting you'd like to share, or are they all top secret stuff? Man, there's so many things I want to change with the leagues. I don't know how to. I think maybe I'm getting too feature happy with the leagues. Man, what is this? Alright. Yes, those are real issues, but it's all good. Some everyday automations, alright. What would be a good beginner thing to vibe code? I'm an expert in doing Hello World in several languages, and as far as my coding goes. Bobby B. Dennis, I'd say something. Just think of anything that you'd like and just vibe code it. I don't know, man. If you're into home automation, maybe you could try some things there. If you're into I have no idea what you're into, man, but I'd say try to find something that aligns with your interests. That way you'll be interested. You know, like I'm not making something I don't care about, man. You know, I'm making Type Blazer, which I like type racing and stuff, and I'm making things that align with my interests. So maybe I think that is the key for at least hobby projects and stuff, man. Otherwise, what are you doing, you know? I think Don't Defense shared that he's vibe coding a organize like a game collection organizer or something like that. That has some pretty neat features. So yeah, something, yeah, you know, it's so good, right? And Don't Defense is really into that. So I think he's very excited to work on that project. Um, so Bobby B. Dennis, tell us, what are some of your interests? Maybe we can brainstorm together what you should vibe code. Um, what are we doing, man? Not really sure. It's so fun doing vibe coding like this that I've added 2 extra stuff on top of it. I added a swim app to track my swimming workouts. Oh, very interesting. I don't know how that works, but is it just like you log the times that you swim? It's like a gym diary or something. Love to golf, play old school RuneScape. Maxed, by the way. Going thrift shopping. Oh man, thrift shopping. Maybe you can make a thrift shopping app, or something to help you with your thrifting. I don't know. Sometimes I like to go thrift shopping too, man. What I'd like to do is I'll go in and I'll take pictures of everything, and then I like look up how much they cost on eBay manually to see if it's worth buying at that price. So maybe you can make something that does thrifting for you without the manual work, where you just scan something and it shows you all the eBay prices for that thing or whatever. Who knows? Wait, and some encrypted stuff to see how that works. Encrypted stuff. I don't know what that means. And it shows me the workout I have to do that day, and I can talk with ChatGPT, and the context knows my swim workouts and goals. Man, are you a fast swimmer, man? What kind of swimming do you do? Are you doing like, what do you call them? Freestyle or the butterfly? Which breaststroke, backstroke? Can you do them all? What do you call it when you do all 4 strokes? Dang, you can butterfly? Isn't that hard? Maybe something to catalog my photos I took, and find something similar on eBay. I have a jumping off point now. Hey, Bobby B. Dennis, good luck. Thank you for tuning in. It is, but I don't do it very often because it shakes the pool. Dang, powerful stroke you got there. Wait, what am I doing, man? I'm trying to reach sub 50 minutes for 1 kilometer. I don't know if that's fast or what, but it sounds like pretty good. Are you training for like a triathlon or whatever they call them? I think it's the triathlon, right? Where it's swimming, biking, and running. Wait, what was I doing? I was trying to... I don't know. I don't want. What I'm trying to think about here is how I want these leagues to work. I think I'd like them to have different scoring settings where maybe one way is to only track winners. Another way is probably to give it like Formula One style point system, you know. Wait, just for fun. I see. Alright, maybe we'll just keep it simple for now and we'll add like different types of leaderboard things in the future. So right now, let's just keep it like this and let's just make sure things work. So here, if anyone's around and you want to help me test this, let's do it right now. Blue Cactus AI says, are you using Vanilla.js with Vite and Express? I usually use Next.js and we pack, I think so. Not familiar with Vite. Not a member of this league. Oh, that might be something I want to look into. There's an invite for you. I'm using Vue.js. I'm not using any Vanilla.js, man. At least I don't know if I am. I don't think I am. I'm just using Vue, and I don't even know what else. All right, here we go. What am I trying? I'm just testing this to see if the dang championship, or not the championship race, our private league race works. So my plan is anytime somebody redeems a type racer, we're gonna do one of these things instead of going to type racer. What are these words, man? I don't know what the hell I looked at right there. Dang, 100% accuracy. You guys are nuts. Alright, so interesting. At least we see the avatars now. Before we didn't see the avatars, so this is nice. And then does it show up on the leaderboard immediately? Interesting. It does. Wait, was this everybody? I don't even remember who was in there. There's 4 of us in there, right? Hey, high potential. Thank you very much for that hydrate. I like my sloth. Yeah, the sloth is nice. Cheers. Who was in there? I don't even know now. I'm missing. Right. I do remember there was 4. So interesting. I wonder why you're missing. But it only shows up as 3 participants. Alright, we gotta track this bug. 20 was the other 100%er. Yeah. Needs to be centered. Alright. We gotta work on a few things for sure. Wait, what is the hydrate? Do you drink water when that happens? Yeah, Blue Cactus AI. Are you new to Twitch, man? So I think a lot of people have these on their channel. When somebody redeems a hydrate, it means that the streamer needs to drink some water and stay hydrated. And there's a few other ones that some people have, like posture check. That means if you're slouching too much, you should stop slouching. But yeah, anytime somebody redeems the hydrate, you drink so you don't get dehydrated. All right. So issues with. Should I make an issue? Yeah. What's the issue? League race missing participants. I just did a league race with 4 people. Everybody finished the race. What the hell was that noise, man? Am I online? Do I have internet? Am I live? Did I go down? We see you. All right. So Willow is just tripping. Test, test. Shit's whack, man. Hey, big news, man. I just saw this morning. Breaking news. Claude is shipping a voice feature. So say goodbye to Willow, say goodbye to Whisperflow, say goodbye to Handy, that open source software that always crashes on me. No more of those whack ass pay by the month speech to text apps. Claude Voice is coming soon, man. Hey, am I just a Claude Anthropic shill these days? Like, that's all I do is just hype up their stuff. Well, let me see. They said it's being rolled out to 5% of their users. Let me see if I was a lucky one. Wait, I didn't actually finish the race. It just cut me off in the middle of the race. That is key information there. Thank you very much. But it's in the Claude app or also in the CLI? It's supposedly in the CLI. Let me see if I'm one of those people. And everyone should check if they're one of those people. I think you do, I don't know, voice. I guess I'm not selected, man. Claude Code voice. Yeah, 6 hours ago, voice mode. Anyways. I don't know where it is. I don't want that, just speech to text. Yeah, I don't think this one is it, man. Look, everyone's 1 hour ago. Where's the dang thing from Anthropic? But you can use speech to text on all apps. Oh yeah, Blue Cactus AI, you're right. I actually use a speech to text more than just to talk to Claude. I just realized I use it for the GitHub issues. Anyways, let me try to do this properly. Maybe I should just exit Willow Voice and turn on Handy now. Sorry, you gotta agree to do mass surveillance and auto weaponry before you can use voice mode. Oh yeah? I don't know what's going on with all that stuff, man. But it might be coming regardless of what we do, man. That whole Big Brother is watching thing is really taking shape, huh? I think it's already happening, man. They already got all the data on us and everybody's already being analyzed, but they can't just say it, you know. Well, isn't that what the whole thing was all about? What's his name? The WikiLeaks guy from 2 decades ago. It basically said that we're all being monitored, right? At all times. So I imagine with AI, yeah, the Snowden stuff, like a long time ago, man. So if that was going on, if that's going on like 20, 30, 40 years ago, man, you don't think it's happening right now? Come on, man. It's already happening. Anyways, let's not get too much into the conspiracy theories because they're listening, you know. These are all just for, we don't know what's going on, man. We're just speculating. Wait, what am I saying? Let's fix these dang league races. Test. Does it work? No, it doesn't, because Handy sucks. But company has a right to refuse use of their API for anything. I guess so. All right, here we go. Test 1 2 3. All right, finally. I just did a league race with 4 participants. After the race finished, only 3 participants showed up in the race history. The person that was cut off said the following. If a user participates in a league race, whether they finish or not, they should show up in the race history and in the leaderboards. Alright, let's see what's up with this issue 742. Oh, and then Cliffstar said something about everything needs to be centered. Let me see how it looks. Okay, yeah. League UI sucks. The League UI is kind of whack. We need to do big changes to it, but for now, let's just focus on making things centered. Alright, what are y'all saying? Pentagon, like, what's this leak code adversary they keep talking about? Yeah, who knows? If they spy on me, they will see my histories all Midnight Simon. Oh, if they spy on you, man, they are spying on you. So we have Type Blazer now, but what about Us Blazer? Fastest to remove and connects a USB Blazer. What are you talking about, high potential? What is that supposed to do? Anyways, let's see. Championship race in 2 minutes. Hey, thank you very much for reminding me. I need a dang bot in the Discord or something. Or wait, I should have gotten the sound notification. Oh, there it is. 2 minutes before I get the sound notification. If you're not aware, man, you can opt in to get notified anytime there's a championship race about to happen. So I have the sound alerts and stuff, and I just leave Type Blazer open in the background in some tab, and then I crank up my volume on one of my computers. So anywhere I'm in the house, if I'm not by the computer, we hear this beeping sound, doo doo, and everybody knows it's time for the Type Blazer championship round. And me and my wife run to the computer to race. That's how it's been the last few days, man. Dang, this is a big championship race. 8 people in here. It's bumping. I would really like to see how many people we can get in a championship race. Maybe the next one, I'm going to launch my bots. I have some bots that are able to join the championship race and stuff. So maybe I'll launch like 100 bots and see if the server can manage that. How can I integrate this with my smart home? Make all the lights flash. Let me know there's a race about to start. Yeah, that's a great idea, man. I don't know how you can do that. But it's possible. All he needs to do is set an alarm. Every 2 minutes before the hour, just have all the lights go off in the house, man. You can, you don't even need to hook up to Type Blazer. You can just look at the clock. You can just set an alarm because it's every hour on the hour, you know? That's why I chose that time, because everybody knows when the hour is. Make 1 million bots join to test whether Type Blazer is web scale. Hey, Fluffy, I think it might be able to handle 1,000, man. We'll see. Man, that was a tough passage. All right, WPMs aren't showing on the leaderboards here when you finish. I don't know if I have. Oh, it says plus one more. I don't like that, man. I want to see everybody on the screen, man. Capitalized letters always gets me. Yeah, me too. Numbers and punctuation as well. That's bad. I'm so sad. Wait, what happened on defense? What's bad? You got cut out? I didn't see Mr. Ricky, so I thought I won. Oh, right. Yeah, we need to figure out how we can display everybody. Or something. I thought Ricky didn't race. No, Ricky's here every time, man. I think Ricky Wong has probably hit more championship races than I have. Full results here second. Yeah, I saw Ricky Wong fly by, I think. So, all right, I don't like that UI where it didn't even show everybody. Hey, douche, thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. Ricky's too ghosted, yeah. Insane at typing. Insane when he's 100% or high accuracy. I've seen Ricky with like real bad accuracy sometimes. Okay. Championship race. Let me see. Champion. We gotta get a Pixel Pusher versus Ricky Throwdown. Yeah, I think Ricky could win sometimes for sure. Who are the fastest typers in chat? I know Fluffy's up there. Fluffy is one of the fastest. Ricky Wong, Pixel Pusher, Don't Defense is getting up there. You can check out my website for Type Racer leaderboards. Type Blazer is not even in your about section on Twitch. Yeah, not yet. I should put it on there. So here are the fastest typers in chat. Pixel Pusher, by far the fastest typer to have ever lived in this chat. Fluffy, real close, second. Zapak, haven't seen Zapak in a few years. Maybe like 2 years or so. And then Ricky Wong, Overfit also comes by every now and then, but I think this was like a fluke for Overfit. But yeah, besides Pixel Pusher, man, Low Road Sim Racing is really fast. No Condom Chris. I haven't seen No Condom Chris in a few months. Hope he's okay. You go by wins, not max? Yeah, if you go by wins, then Don't Defense is the second best racer in the chat. But there you go. I think the slowest is, yeah, the slowest is also one of the fastest. Don't Defense, slowest race in over 5. Actually, it's double this because we do a warm-up round and then a championship round. And I don't even think I've seen a 60 in a warm-up round ever, man. So Don't Defense is the slowest in about 1,000 races. Insane. You still didn't add the information that it was a death race. Doesn't matter, man. That information is irrelevant. Anyways, how did you determine what to configure on your Supabase for a secure project? One back seats. Who says it's a secure project, man? Nobody said that. You guys can't. Yeah. All right. It was a death race, and Don't Defense was so scared to crash that he decided to drive an unsafe speed way below the speed limit. It's a lot more dangerous to drive below the speed limit on the highway than it is to drive the regular speed, or it's the speed. How long have you been developing Type Blazer? I started it last July, and then I took like a 6 month break. Total, I'd say about 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks of work for Type Blazer. But it's been something on my mind for many years. Wait, what are we doing? We need to give these agents some work. They're all starved of work. What are we doing, man? I was about to create some issues, but I don't remember what they were. All right. Big championship races don't show all participants. Wait, just ask nicely not to get hacked. Yeah. But one back seat. For a more serious answer, I don't know. I didn't do anything, man. I just told Claude to audit everything to make sure things aren't kind of weird, and to make sure that users aren't able to change things that they're not supposed to change. I didn't like manually look at stuff. And then Supabase also gives you alerts if your tables or stuff, they don't have the correct policies on them, or maybe not correct policies. It will give you alerts if you have some clearly bad row level security, or if you don't have any RLS stuff on it, it will alert you and say, hey, look, people can just do whatever they want in these tables. All right, I just did a championship race with 9 participants, and I think at least one person was not shown in the leaderboard with the avatars. I think we should always show all participants, even if there's a million people or something, at least for now. That way we can know at what number it starts to break. If anything, maybe after about 10 or 15 participants, you could make the avatars a little bit smaller. I plan to do some testing with dozens of bots in a championship race to see how this looks. So please remove that thing that truncates the members in the live leaderboard. Man, I keep jumping from issue to issue. We still gotta work on the league is the most important thing. So 742, 743, here we come to issue 742. Uh-oh. So these are being worked on. I think I did this. I'll close this issue. What else? Daily passage cheats still being worked on, man. Dang, this thing's been going on forever. 32 minutes. Is it stuck? Should I interrupt it? You've been running for a long time. Are you stuck? Come on. Dump it done in the house. 15 stream streak. Wow, thank you so much, man. How you doing? Good morning. Really nice when the commits are associated with the issue. Yes, I've instructed my LLMs to do that. Sometimes it messes up though. Oh, I think I did this as well, man. Keck was asking me to do this yesterday. Let me test it out to see if it's actually working. So you can go in. Oh no, I did not merge it. It's crazy talk. That is actual crazy talk. I swear I tried it. Let me see what I've merged recently. Something that I have been putting some time last few days is to make my repo more agentic ready so it can find the proper context better. What do you mean by this? Like, what are some things that you do to your repo? I was looking for which issue? Infinite scroll display mode. Yeah, that should have been there, but I guess it never made the cut. So perhaps I'll rebuild my binaries and push them to production after we fix some of these things, I guess. Probably do that real soon. Typing has become a habit, doing it every 3-4 hours. Hey, thank you so much. It's become a habit for us in this household as well, man. We do type blazers all day. Every time I look at the clock and it's type blazer time, I run to my computer if I'm not already there. It's been real fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's the most fun thing is when I jump into a championship race and then I see someone else there who isn't my wife. Because she's usually right next to me, man, and we're in most races together. But whenever we see somebody else jump in, we're like, yeah, this is nice. It's exciting. Championship race I don't do, but I like infinite mode. Who's the fast typer, you or the wife? I am the faster typer, man. So yesterday, man, we had a lot of championship races. Look at all that activity. Very, very cool. Clistar doesn't miss a championship race. Yeah, she's on top of it, man. You should really add 5-minute infinite mode. Don't be done. I thought 2 minutes was long enough, man. I was like, who the hell is going to be typing for 5 minutes? But if you want a 5-minute mode, I can do that for you. How is this game still not finished? Hey, I don't know if you're saying that I'm slow or if you're not happy with the progress, but we're working on many things, man. We're always adding new features and things. I'm trying to like fix all the bugs and tighten everything up, and I'm trying to like lock down the features and not add too much more. So I'm aiming for like a 1.0 release. I don't know, man. Sometime this month. Sometime this month or so. Wait, I was adding this issue. Let's add maybe a 5-minute mode for now. 5-minute would be good. Typing single volley, then done. Alright. The month of March, but don't specify the year. Keep them guessing, yeah. Alright. Let's see. What are we working on now? Anyways, Verd VN29. I don't know when last you've been here or if you're actually even interested in this thing or if you're just trolling. But in the last, I don't remember exactly when the features dropped, but we got championship races that's been bumping. We got daily challenge problems. Oh, I haven't done my daily. Let me do that now. Daily challenge, you got 2 attempts. First attempt is, well, if you do a second attempt, it erases your first attempt, kind of. So here we go. 89. Maybe I should keep that 89 since I got first place. Play infinite mode zoom in web page 500%. It's way better that way. Interesting. It would become addictive. Do you add any bot protection? I don't have any advanced or sophisticated bot protection yet. But I'm planning to have something like that eventually. We got avatars that you can purchase and stuff, and avatar accessories, you know, stuff like that. I don't even know. What else have we added? We've added this infinite mode. Dumpy Don says he likes to zoom in 500%. I'll zoom in a little bit. These WPMs are tripping. Zoom more? No, I can't zoom in more than that, man. You should add avatar loot boxes. Man, if I do that, I'm gonna be working on the game even longer, man. How can I do that without extending the time? Alright, what else we got? This still working on stuff. Could you add the ability to change a caret shape? I'd love to set mine to be an underline. The caret shape. Let me see what it looks like right now. Takilian, what's happened? How's it going? It's going pretty good. Oh, I see. I can see what we can do, man. I'll add an issue for that, Fluffy. Change. Wait. Option to change. Caret. How you spell? It's not carrot like that, is it? Carrot. Carrots. Carrots. Oh, thank you guys. Options to change caret shape. Right now, it is just a blinking vertical line. Let's see if we can add an option for a underscore. Is your email sign up working? I don't receive a link upon sign up. I don't think you have to verify your accounts or anything, so it should be working. I see a lot of people with email sign up, so just type in your email password that you registered with and see if you can log in. How do you have so many issues? Every issue and every feature I think of, I write it down to track. Is 72 issues a lot? Some of them are like lower priority. But I try and track everything, man. So I'm using speech to text, that's why I misspelt it. I see. I said LOL, not so. Wait, what? He wanted underline character though. Oh, it's called a cursor. Actually, it's called a cursor. What? Anyways, maybe it is called a cursor. It's interesting how granular you make your issues. Yeah, it's a lot. Have you heard of ShapeUp? No. System exit startup. I don't know what you're talking about. No backlog life. What is ShapeUp? Like you can go on multi-type and change a character to be an underline. All right, we'll see if we can do that. Framework for building products. No, haven't heard of that. Free book online. I like a wingdings font mode. All right, you can add it to requests, man. All right, what are we working on, man? Let's see. 5 minutes per issue, 6 hours. Man, you must be real good at vibe coding. Shape up. Man, I gotta read all this. No backlogs. What's the TLDR? Yeah, ask AI for TLDR. What is TLDR? Anyways, which one was this? What is this doing? This one is having some issues. How do you handle so many terminal tabs? I mean, I don't really do anything except look at them, so it's not too much for me. And not all of them are active. Like I got two of them doing nothing. This one is basically doing nothing. But I'm trying to find work for them, man. Do I have a giant monitor? No. What you see is what you get, man. I got two monitors, 32-inch. Nothing too crazy. Um, 744. $32 inches a lot? Nah, I think 32 inches like a standard size. Which plan you on? I'm on the 200 max plan. All right, here we go. Shape up TLDR. Basecamp's product development methodology by somebody. Core ideas: fixed time, variable scope, work in 6-week cycles with firm deadlines but flexible scope. Man, when did they make this? This was probably written before the age of AI. 6-week cycles. I think things are a lot faster these days, but anyways, 6 weeks sounds reasonable. Shaping before building a small senior group, defines the problem, sketches a solution at the right level of abstraction, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I don't even have a team, man. I don't know if I'm going to follow Basecamp's shape up guide. What I'm doing here, I'm kind of just freestyling, but I'm also just doing what I used to do at work, like how my org used to operate at work. And we used to just file bugs for everything. I call them bugs, but they're called issues on GitHub. We used to just file issues for everything and organize them. I don't really organize them because I don't want to like over optimize too early. I don't think I need to do all that if I'm just one person. I'm not a whole team, you know. But I just try to make a note of everything that I want to work on or I need to fix in the future so I don't forget. And I try and dump all the context into the issue immediately as I witness the bug or as I think of the feature. So then once I dump all the context and everything into those issues, I'm able to just turn to one of my terminals and tell them do issue number 744, and then that's it. I let them plan, make a plan for it, and then just implement it. So this is been working for me. What is your Mac config? Cloud likely doesn't rely on local machine power. Yeah, my Mac, I got a M3 Ultra the base model for the Mac Studio. For me, the TLDR is chunk up big ideas, pick the best idea, do that. I do this solo, no backlog. Do you connect Claude to GitHub? No, I don't use GitHub MCP. I don't really see the need to do that. I just have it use the CLI. I don't know. I don't know about this no backlog thing, man. I think you need a backlog, right? You can't possibly work on everything to clear your backlog all the time, right? There's always going to be issues that you don't get around to. Not with AI. Nah, even with AI doesn't always do the job completely right. And if I were to just accept everything that AI wrote into my code base without like verifying that it's up to the quality that I'm looking for, I think everything would start to fall apart. So the other day I tried to add a feature where you could spin the wheel and get like rewards every day, like a daily spin to get either money or avatar stuff or whatever, right? But it didn't look too good, so I'm not gonna just have that in there. So I just took it off and I'm gonna work on it and keep like iterating on it until it gets better. So I track that with issues, like all these things dealing with that. So if a feature isn't ready, I'm not just gonna ship it and say, "Oh, no backlog. We can't have a backlog. Let's just ship it." No, that's crazy, man. What do you do when a feature isn't ready? Do you just delete the feature and never try again? Anyways, maybe I'm just misunderstanding your no backlog thing. But I think it just sounds kind of like a gimmick to get your attention. But maybe in reality, there is a backlog, but you call it something else. I don't know. The GitHub CLI seems just as good as the MCP. The model still reasons on which CLI command to use, just like it would reason about which MCP tool to use. I'm using the MCP, but seems like the CLI tool would do same thing. Yeah, I just use the CLI. I think you're doing great. Keep up the good work. Bobby B. Dennis, thank you. I'm just freestyling out here, man. I don't really have a crazy system. I'm trying to develop my own system as I go because I have a feeling like everybody's things, like traditional knowledge was before AI, man. And maybe nobody really knows what the best way is. So I think it's best to just experiment yourself right now, at least, until things get more mature. No, yeah, there is a form of backlog. Interesting. A good way to improve AI trust is adding oxlints with code quality requirements and make running the lint as a blocker for the AI to push to GitHub. And the AI has to iterate until it's green. Also add code coverage requirements that block AI from committing. You're cooking, giving agentic vibes. What agentic vibes? What does that mean? A Leem Sig C. What's happened? Vue. Yeah, Vue is what we're using on Type Blazor. Call it slop defense. Yeah, I don't really have a good way for slop defense, man. But I think I do need to improve my workflow with like what makes it into production. I don't have any like coding guidelines or anything. I think I need to train one of my agents on some guidelines for stuff like that. But then again, I think, I don't even read my code base, so how important is it to have like coding, like superficial coding requirements, like, use tabs instead of spaces or line breaks, character length this long, things, linters like that, man. I'm not sure. There's probably a good reasons for it. But since I don't look, is it that valuable to lint things nicely? Perhaps. All right, this one did a whole lot of work. It's ready to implement. I'll just say yes. Out of curiosity, how long have you been growing your hair? The last real haircut I got was probably October 2013. probably 13 years or so. The lints on Oxlint are valid, not just keep code pretty. Oops. I just pinned your message, man. My bad. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, no, like some lints are probably very useful, not just like keeping code pretty. That's for sure. Like unused variables or dangerous things, you know. I don't have any linters on my code base. Hey, system exit startup. No need to apologize, man. You're contributing good knowledge to the chat. So I like this type of where everyone shares their tips and tricks or whatever, and then we can see which ones are worth keeping. You know, I think the linter thing is something I should probably do, but I don't know if I'll do it. There's a lot of things I should probably do. How many days did you invest in this project already, and is paying off at least from the ads from the Claude Code subscription? How many days? I'd say about 5 or 6 weeks into this project, and it is not monetized. So paid off monetarily, absolutely not. Paid off with other things, I'd say I have no regrets about starting this project. At least no regrets yet. Starting this project was never a get rich quick thing for me, man. It's absolutely not about the money for type Blazor. It's more of a exploration type project, and to just have a personal project that I will continue to develop and support for years to come and see how far I can go with it. That's basically what this project is. I don't plan to get rich off this project. I don't plan to sell it to Facebook or some crazy stuff or whatever, man. I don't plan to like put crazy ads on there. Maybe I'll put some ads in a respectful way, but I'd really like to just build something that gets a lot of users, and then maybe one day in the future, if I get the users, I can think about monetizing, but that is not really the objectives right now. I heard someone say they never go past 50% context in any chat session because the intelligence degrades. Yeah, this is kind of known. I also heard someone say that they use a canary or a random sentence to start the chat and then ask the model periodically if it remembers that sentence. If it doesn't, start a new chat. Interesting. I've never heard of this technique, but usually my context also doesn't go too high. Even though I don't really monitor it, but I think I have my issues scoped small enough where I never use crazy amounts of context for my issues. I try them to be granular enough where one session is enough to implement the whole thing. Sometimes I do have super issues that are much larger and require like multiple sessions. But for those, usually I don't just say do issue number da 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 and then go away. Usually I'm way more involved with those. It's more of a back and forth session with Claude at that point where we're trading ideas, we're writing down things, we're designing, and maybe we come up with a plan, and then from a plan I'll break it down into like real substantial issues that I file on GitHub, and then I break them up and give each like terminal one of those smaller issues. Talking about ads reminds me when that huge raid came in and everyone was begging for ads. Yeah, from the stock guy. That's where Ricky Wong came from, don't defense, that huge raid. Apple announced MacBook Pro M5. Dang. Did they announce any Mac Studios? Wait, sounds like over engineering? Wait, what do you mean? Over engineering, like just asking one sentence? I don't know. But the context thing is real. the more context you've been using, the worse the results are from AI. I recently bought the Mac Studio. Begging for ads, yeah, fluffy. So I got rated by the stock guy with maybe 1,500 people, and I guess in their community, when they go rate a small streamer, everybody just spams like run ads, run ads, run ads, because I suppose at 1,500 people watching ads, it generates, some money. I think I generated like $20 worth of ads. Yeah, Ricky Wong. That's where Ricky Wong came from. So one shot like $100, and yeah, I didn't get $100, man. All right, what are we doing, man? We didn't even do any real work. What is this? What is this, man? Oh, this is the analysis. I gotta probably read this because it's a bigger feature. I daily drive an M2 MacBook Air, and I'm this close to installing Asahi on it. What is that, man? I had no clue about Type Blazer until the stock guy rated. Yeah, it feels like a while ago now, but that's probably when I just started working on Type Blazer again. It's a Linux distro made for Apple Silicon. Hey, I have a M4 MacBook Air. I don't use it much right now, but I will be using it when I go traveling in a couple months. All right, we gotta find either some work, or maybe I can just build and push what we got right now. Maybe I'll do that, actually. Yeah, I've been thinking how I'm going to like advertise Type Blazer once I'm comfortable with sharing it more publicly. Maybe I'll make a Reddit post or something. Maybe I'll buy some YouTube ads. Maybe I'll pay Google ads and for anybody searching like typing game or something like that. Play around with things like that. I've never done any type of Google ad campaign or any type of ads really. I've done black hat ads. That's it. Nothing legit though. All right. What is this one working on? Daily passage anti-cheat. Should I just send this, man? Or should I test it? I'm going to test it. So this is in the work tree, daily anti-cheat. Let's do that real quick. Oh, it's already here. Daily refresh? No. Daily anti-cheats. Here we go. Oops. Wait. Man, where is this thing? I don't know. I'm gonna just try and run this. How do I remove all those things, man? This always happens to me. Chance dies. Welcome to the party. How are you doing, man? How do you deal with merge conflicts between agents? Usually my agents don't have many merge conflicts. But if you're talking about like how do I keep them from stepping on each other's toes, I use work trees. So every agent is working in their own work tree. So if this is my main repository with all of my code, everything, in the work trees, each of these work trees is a copy almost of the repository, and every agent only stays in their own work tree. So that means they will never like step on each other's toes. But there's a chance that there are merge conflicts once they make a PR, especially if two agents are working on something very close. In that case, I'll just tell the agents to resolve the merge conflicts. But usually I try to keep the agents working on issues that are separated. So if I have some issues that need to be done synchronously, I'll do that instead of making them work on them in parallel. But Claude Code has a work tree option that will instruct the LLM to only work in that work tree. But I don't use that option because that option came out after I've already set up my own in-house system. And my in-house system is basically some memory file that I got. This is an example of like one of my project's memory files. I don't think you need to do this anymore, but I give mine explicit instructions on how I'd like them to set up the work trees, which folder it should be in, how they should name the branches and stuff. I have instructions on how they should clean up the work tree after it's done and stuff like that. I tell them like never commit to the main directory, never implement code in the main work tree, always create their feature work tree before doing anything. And this has been working pretty good for me. One naming convention used for work trees, douche, I have no idea, man. Claude came up with this plan. I just told Claude to write me a plan to tell itself to use work trees properly, and and then it just kind of worked. But I have this saved in its memory. But I guess the naming convention is like if it's a feature, it starts with feature. If it's a fix, it starts with fix. Like stuff like that, man. Nothing too serious. Let me see what we got. I need to do some cleanup because I have so many branches open. How do I see all my branches? I don't even know, man. I gotta delete some of these branches, but this is what the names look like. Fix, feature. There's one called like cleanup or something sometimes. Anyways, that's how I deal with that. But now I need to figure out how I can clean up all of these containers, man. This happens every now and then when I forget to run Docker Compose down. Let me just ask Claude, how can I remove all the old containers easily? If you have multiple repos and multi-agents to implement features, I'm not sure how to solve this issue. I used to have multiple repos and then I merged everything into a mono repo, and life has been a lot easier since then, man. But if you cannot, it is hard. But if you cannot merge everything into a mono repo, then you're gonna have to come up with some creative solutions, man. Before I was a mono repo, it was very not a good experience to do this. But it would still work because it would create the work tree for whichever repo it was modifying. But the problem is if I had a change that spanned multiple repos, then it would modify like 3 different repos, and then it will create 3 different work trees for those individual repos. And then, you know, how do you test those changes easily because they're all in different repos, man? What I used to do is I used to tell Claude to make a new Docker Compose file anytime it did multi-repo work that I could easily just like run the Docker Compose to test locally, and it will get like the correct build from the correct folders in the work trees. That's what I used to do until I decided, man, this is too much work and it's so confusing and so brittle that I think it would best to just use the monorepo in that case. So I think I much prefer the monorepo is what I'm saying. I made one parent repo and all other repos are submodules. Then I spin up work trees and initialize these submodules, make the commits in submodules and push then sync the parent repo. It's pain in the ass. Yeah, that sounds a little bit much. Since I'm like just a one person dev team, man, I don't see the need to like really have these crazy multi repos and stuff. In the beginning I thought, that was probably the play, but about 3 weeks in, that's when I decided, man, I better switch to a monorepo now or figure out some system to like deal with whatever you're talking about, skidoosh. It's a real problem, I think. But anyways, what are we doing? Remove all containers. Should I remove? I'll just remove everything, man. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Oh, shit. Leem Sig C. My bad. I just saw your message. It's like any side project, right? They don't make money, but they cost money. Yeah. Pretty delayed response to your comment. But yeah, I guess that's just like any side project. All right, here we go. I forget what I'm testing. I'm testing the anti-daily cheat thing. So if I go onto that daily attempts, let me sign in with a different account here. If I go to my daily attempt challenge, all right, very good. It's hidden, and I attempt it. I get ready and I go and then I say, oh, I messed up, man. I messed up this run. I don't like how my WPMs goes like that. So I'm going to refresh. Very good. Attempt 1 forfeited. You left before completing the passage. Very good. So I guess my name doesn't even show up on the leaderboards. And then I attempt again. And then it says both attempts were forfeited. So this is a clear bug. Let me tell Claude. Which one was this? This one. I just tested out this work. And I think there is some issues with the second attempt. Let me describe what happened. What happened? I clicked to attempt the daily passage the first time, and I typed for a bit, and mid-passage, I hit refresh. After, I clicked the button again to attempt the daily passage, but it just showed me this text below, and I pasted it. So let's see. Should I put it in plan mode? I'm gonna put it in plan mode to see if it can figure out the bug there. Good thing I didn't merge that one, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like some issues, I'll just merge it into main. Like I wouldn't even manually review it because I think it's like how do you say, low risk that something bad might happen. But for a feature or issue like this, I usually try and manually test things before like merging it into prod. And I don't really have a staging environment right now, so maybe once I get my staging environment up, maybe I won't be doing so much manually testing locally. Maybe I'll just push everything to staging, whatever happens, and then test it there. I'm not sure about my workflow with that yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. Anyways, oh, championship race time coming soon. So let me try and rebuild my binaries real quick, man. At least redeploy my binaries, my images. Kind of surprised Anthropic doesn't have PR review yet when BugBot or Code PR review says low risk. I close my eyes and press merge or codex. Yeah, I'm sure they're working on so many things, man. I'm sure it's coming. All right. All right, let's see. What are these new changes? I don't even remember, man. Let's look to see. Recently updated PRs. Man, we haven't merged anything. All right, I think all of these are new things that are going to be in production right now once this thing sends. Yeah, it just rebuilt. So let's see what we got to test in production. Well, not this one. Championship race. WPM gauge. I need a bot to test this one. I can't test it when my WPMs are so low. But maybe we can make sure that... Oh. Uh-oh. Is this a bug? It says... I should be able to have one more attempt, man, but it doesn't show me that one more attempt. I might have broken something, unfortunately. Let me look. That should not be like that. Did I touch anything over there? No. We can test this one. We can test that one. And the leagues thing. Tuki. Still testing in production. Yeah, I am still testing in production, man. I'm trying not to probably next week, but we'll see. It doesn't even show my attempts, man. It must have. Alright, I gotta ask. Something is terribly wrong. I just refreshed my binaries in production, and now I don't see my second attempt for the daily passage. I think something got lost in one of these recent merges, PR merges. There's supposed to be some circles on the home page on the daily passage button that represent how many attempts you've taken and how many you got left. It's no longer there. Can you investigate to see where it went? I borrow check, by the way. What's happening? Welcome. Vibe code in C++. Now, that is what we call a virtual mental asylum. Source, I've dabbled in strict C++ 23 and Vibe before. Painful. I don't see any issues with vibe coding and C++, man. It's been working okay for me so far. But what do I know, man? You can try it out. I think I broke my site though, but I'm making this site typeblazer.com. Is Typeblazer in C++? Yes, it is. Don't defense. The championship server and the multiplayer servers are in C++. We'll see. That is insane. Why is that insane, man? What's wrong? How is that insane? See, C++ public code bases are often full of opinionated this or that, lots of pointer violations and whatever other safety issues people tend to ignore because they forgot Clang tidy exists. And now imagine trying to make an agent follow C++ safety rules. Hey, you gotta try it though, man. You can't just give up on it without trying, yeah? It's legit insane. Why? Why is it insane, man? Why are you guys the backend in C++? That's probably why it's blazing fast. Yeah, maybe. Can you make a chat like Type Racer in lobbies, like championship lobbies? No, I don't want to introduce a chat just yet because then I have to worry about moderating the chat and I have to worry about people being mean to each other. That's not the vibe I want on my website, man. So I might just have some type of basic communication without chat. Maybe kind of like you can send emotes or something. I don't know yet. But I want to talk to Clistar in the lobby. Yeah, you can send emotes one day in the future, but not right now. All right. Let's see. But anyways, I don't think it's that crazy that the avatars are so giant right now. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Oh geez. All right, they're a little bit too big. They're a little bit too big for sure. Dang. We gotta tone it down, man. Anyways, I borrow checks. You seem to be a fun guy to be around, man. I don't know why coming in here kind of, I wouldn't say aggressive, but feels like you got some agenda, man, and you're trying to, you know, say bad things. But maybe I've read the room wrong. Anyways, we got this championship race starting in 1 minute or so. And I gotta change the size of the avatars. I think it's a little too big for sure. Championship lobby avatars too big. Let's see. Let's make, oh shit. 1 minute left. Let's make it smaller, maybe medium size. Not really, don't worry. Just something about not wanting good stuff to turn sour real quick. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, man. But it depends how it's done. The developer tested the QA specialist and your average user? What? Luasoft 10, what's happening? Oh dang, let me see this race. Let me race first and then I'll read chat. Man, my screen keeps jumping. I see why it's jumping. Because of that thing. That little turtle, man, looks crazy. Alright. We got lots of bugs, man. This race was so bad, my texts keep going up and down during the race. Don't defense, me too. But that's why it's still in beta testing mode. But I see the bug. I will make an issue for it right now. Passage text jumps on every word sometimes when Alright, after I finish typing a word in the input box and I press spacebar, it clears the box, but this also causes the passage text to jump. Is there any way that we can prevent this from happening? When the input text box is empty, it shouldn't be changing size. It should always be the same size, whether it's empty or if there's characters typed in that box. All right. What are you guys saying? 129 WPM. Yeah, Ricky Wong, super fast. Started late. Yeah, I saw you, douche. C89 was primitive. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. C89 or 98. I don't know anything with C++ like you guys, man. You guys are clearly experts studying C++ history. Same situation with C++ 17? Wait, what's the situation? Wait, so the developer makes unit tests, right? Just usual stuff. They probably don't know much there. The tester QA specialist would ensure edge cases and fallbacks are covered. Trying more pen testing in that area, and then your average user may or will break your shit and feel proud of it. Yeah. Anyways, C++ is basically what TypeScript is to JavaScript. Not much different, really. What? What do you mean? Anyways, you guys are C++ experts. Have you vibe coded anything with C++? I borrow check, or are you saying like you've never been able to successfully vibe code anything in C++? All right, let's do 748 because those things are way too big, man. Do I have any? Wait, do I have any free agents? I might not. No, this one is free. I'd say C++ 17 is like everything you need. I don't even know what comes in which versions of C++, man. A fair bit of syntax, but not as bloated like later versions. I tried to port my Rust-based compiler to C++, but I gave up after 70% completion because C++ felt too primitive in many areas, like not having proper pattern matching or lack of proper build tooling, package management. Man, I tried to build something in C++ once, and I couldn't figure out how to make it compile, man. I swear, I tried to install like Boost or something, and I just gave up. I was like, why am I even doing this? Wait, I don't think this is true. C++ adds classes and operator overloading, which doesn't exist in C. Oh. Oh, wait, what? You're comparing C++. Oh, you're saying C++. is to C as TypeScript is to JavaScript, right? Yeah, I don't know much about TypeScript and JavaScript to know. And I don't know much about C++ and C to know what's up. Now I'm probably considering moving the compiler to Swift because Rust is painful. Man, I thought Rust was supposed to be like the C++ replacement. What's up with that? TypeScript doesn't add such different language features outside of the type system compared to JavaScript. Also, C++ has runtime type checking, which TypeScript doesn't have. That means already it's TypeScript plus Zod plus other stuff. Now, you guys are very knowledgeable. Have you seen the 1 hour video of a guy hating C++? No, I have not. I don't really watch many tech videos, man. Maybe I should. I don't spend time on YouTube at all, so I don't know about C++ videos or viral videos going on. Who knows? Rust is not a C++ replacement by a long shot. Rust is some ill bastard birth of Scala, F#, and C++. Yeah, I don't know anything about Rust either, man. I actually don't know much about anything, in case you haven't noticed by now. All I do is operate on vibes here, man. The LLMs know the knowledge. I just have the vibes. I don't know anything about F#. I don't know anything about Scala. Like what the hell is F#, man? I thought that's like a music note, you know. Maybe it's like C#. I don't know what you're talking about. Most modern C++ compilers let you disable it anyways to save up on program size. Oh, you're talking about... No idea what these things are. F# is OCaml on .NET land. The only thing I know about OCaml is Jane Street uses it. I don't know. Wait, is that right? Jane Street uses OCaml? That's the only thing I know about it. Scala is a bastard of Haskell. Don't know what that is. Java. I know a little bit about Java. And yeah. Man, how do you know all these things about all these languages? Because it's not normal to just run into all these different languages, is it? I guess maybe you go and research other languages and what they're about. Like, I've never thought about, hey man, let me see what every programming language out there does. Alright, I've done VB.NET. I've done a little bit of Python in my time, a little bit of JavaScript, a little bit of Java and C++, and that's it. Maybe a tiny bit of Go. If you dabble in designing your own language, you dig into history, pitfalls, mistakes. Those are a problem anywhere you go, and what one derives from another, and if they function same or different. Dang, so you're making your own language. I guess I never thought about making my own language, so I never got the opportunity to research the history of other languages, I guess. Like how in Swift, class is a ref type, struct is a value, but the rest of them is about same. C++ class struct have one difference, public membership reversal. Literally effing useless. Yeah. I can't say I'm particularly interested in like all those languages, man. I'm not really into tech as much as it seems. I'm more into like using the tech to build things or do cool things. But like how programming languages work, I'm not really too interested. Or like history of the languages. Maybe, and all right, I know a little bit. I know like C. is the grandfather, right? And then most things derive from C. Maybe I should know these things though. Like from C came C++, and then who knows what else? C sharp. Um, anyways, I'm just like you. Wait, now myself, what is the difference between equal equal and equal equal? I don't know. Wait, I don't know what the difference between these two are. They're the same character here. All right, what are we working on, man? I gotta do some things here. So this is asking me about the race history. How do we want that? Should we have race analysis tab? Maybe a clickable icon might be it. Equal is init, equal is a sign, equal is relation equality. This is C's big mistake and ruined many languages. Ruined many languages. I don't know, man. Anyways, what was this one doing? This one is making everything. Make the PR. What's this one doing? Something's terribly wrong. What is showing? Let me take a look. It shows new passage every day. Yeah, number 1. That's what's happening. We got 1 free agent. Maybe I should find some work for it. So I borrowed check BTW. It sounds like you hate all languages, man. And you said you're working on your own language. Does your language have a name? And how far along are you in writing your own language? And why are you writing your own language? All right, what's this one? 705, race history. I see. All right, I'm gonna tell it to fix it. Go. Dang, Fluffy, you do go as well? Man, I think it's so crazy that you know so much about every language out there. Like all the little details. But what do I know? The only language I know is English, really. 748. 749. All right. English is the new programming language. Blue Cactus AI. That's what I'm saying, man. Wait, this mathematically is called a defined as operator, therefore it fits the initial value operation. What's an advantage of having different symbols for initialization and assignment? Is there a performance advantage or is it visual semantics thing? Blue screen, thank you very much for that hydrates. Cheers. Anyways, Seaplane, what's up? With AI, you don't need programming language. Also, you can bind speech to text to mouse, and you don't need keyboard. Hey, I've been thinking about that, Seaplane. But all my hotkeys on my mouse are taken up right now, so I don't have any room for it. So, but maybe if I shift around some buttons, I could make some room. All right. Man, I'm getting cold. What's this one? Let's just clear it out. Man, you type in a lot, man. Let me see what you're saying, though. More sensical would be to use a keyword or a arrow operator for assignment itself. But you can still seize them slightly with this for init, assign, and equal. Yeah, I don't understand why you need difference. Semantic problem avoidance and easier parsing. Okay, I guess parsing, interesting. You don't have to guess what is initialized and what is assigned. But when you initialize it, you also have the type right in front of it in C++. And when you're just assigning it, you don't have to specify that type in front, right? Well, maybe it might make it easier for parsing, but anyways. Better grep assignments. Grep. People use grep still. If you have to make people mentally exhaust themselves by guessing and making it hard to find where inits and assigns are, you're not helping. I'm having trouble figuring out a case where you'd have trouble differentiating between those in C. In C++, in C99+, you already need the type first. So type name equal, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Fluffy. But maybe we just don't really understand the purpose of things. Anyways. What's this one working on? Passage text jumps. So did it find a root cause? Yes, maybe. I think it should. Man, chat is filled with language experts, way above my pay grade. Skidoosh, don't you worry, you're not the only one, man. I remember writing PHP in Notepad++. This was so painful. I don't think I've ever done any PHP except for twiddling with MySpace. No, not MySpace. WordPress. I learned how to do basic HTML on MySpace way back. This isn't strictly a C issue, but generally an issue where you put unnecessary mental burden on developers. Mental burden? What? I've never... Alright. I guess everybody is different. Everybody has a different workflow. Everybody uses different tools. grep is super useful. I get that. But man... I've never really grepped my code base to look for something. If I'm searching a code base for something, I will just use VS Code and right click, find all references or something like that, man. I guess I use regex when I do find alls in my code base, but grep is kind of like find all, right? In VS Code, I don't know, because I can like find. Wait, I don't even know how to find on this search. It's been so long since I've done any type of coding, man. Or I don't even use VS Code. It's been so long since I coded, really. How do you find all? Anyways, I'll just use regex in here when I'm doing stuff. But I've never really felt limited because of whatever you're talking about. I borrow check. Yeah, Pixel Pusher is too crazy. Wait, he did a 200 on Type Blazer? Oh, lordy. Oh, 213. He's done. Pixel Pusher has arrived, man. Oh. If you want to be more opinionated on that, man, there is mathematical pureness you may want to avoid if you care to. Mod is called modulus when it's remainder. True modulus is not. What are you talking about, man? I feel like you're rambling on some stuff that I don't even know how it got here, man. How we get talking about mods? Somebody say mod? Or remainders? Remainder can be negative and less computationally expensive to calculate in comparison to true mod. Yeah, anyways. What's this one? Needs to run some migrations for this. Some people still fight over natural numbers are 1 based, and then others say 0 based. I don't know anything about math. Hector HSC in the house. Thank you very much for the prime, man. Here we go, Hector. Dang. I actually have a question. That's crazy. I'm gonna read this question, but first, Hector HSC. Who is this person? I was just about to like take out this question thing on my website. Let me read it. Hello Simon, my name is Artem. I work at Scripps. We launched our influencer program yesterday, offering 30% rev share on all sales. Man, I'm not trying to push your stuff. Man, Scripps is a unique online RTS game for programmers featuring 2 titles, World, MMO, and Arena, that your audience will love. Scripps, or Scripps, means scripting creeps. You use real JavaScript to script behavior of your units or creeps, and then they work and fight autonomously online. We are looking for influencers to partner with us in promoting our game in exchange for a significant revenue share from all sales and giveaway coupons for your audience. The creator program is hosted by the Something Partner Network, which provides payouts and statistics. Let me know if this sounds interesting to you. I don't know. Does it sound interesting? Man, what do you guys think? I'm not really interested in trying to push people to sign up for stuff, but I'll take a look. I'll take a look one day. Maybe not today. All right. Anyway, Hector HSC. Where's your name at? Thank you so much for that sub. All right, this one is probably stuck. Make PR. I've come a long way from editing HTML. Skidoosh. Hey. How long you been around, Skidoosh? Did you change your name or anything? Or what? Because, man, I haven't edited HTML. Are you talking about me? Or are you talking about in general? Like, I don't know. Because I did code up the old Midnight Simon websites. When did I do this? I guess it must have been 4 years ago now, man. This was the original website. Really long time ago. Changed my name 1 year before. What was your old username? Oh, Jordan Paul K. Yeah, I recognize that username, man. It's hard to keep track when people change their usernames, you know? Alright, what is going on? We need to get some of these fixes into production ASAP. Especially the daily challenge one, man. So I'm gonna interrupt it and see what is going on. I wanted to change my Twitch alias months ago, but people got too used to it that I couldn't. Otherwise, it's breaking changes, and that is bad in prod. What? A joke turned reality because people call me borrow check. Wait, it was merely a joke about Rustlang and the I use Arch BTW meme. I see what you're saying, but I don't know anything about Rust to even realize that it was a meme username. Startup error. Oh, lordy. Everything is falling apart, man. Let's see. Let me see what we got going on in these issues. All right. Recently, what have we merged? These three things. I'm waiting on the lobby size avatars. I want to push that one, but I'm really waiting on the daily passage fix. This one here. I'm not sure why it's tripping like that. Borrow checking is what Rust does instead of malloc. I see. Borrow check is part of the ownership and borrow. I don't know how it works enough to even explain it simply. Just imagine passing refs in C++. Yeah. Man, I don't know anything about technical stuff, man, so don't even try to explain it. Just a vibe coder, man. All right, here we go. Waiting on this last thing that I need to merge before I rebuild. Seaplane 1, Type Racer. You want to do Type Racer or you want to do Type Blazer? Let's do Type Racer. Or type anything you want, actually, Seaplane. First race is the warm-up. Second race is the championship round. There we go. There we go for YouTube. Let's warm up, man. Dang. My fingers are cold. Oh, Jesus. Dang, everybody is in the triple digits. Very good, man. Fluffy with the 135, Seaplane with the 125, and Guest with the 112. 10 cold fingers, yeah. Wait, you always hear the expression cold feet but never cold fingers. Well, I got some real cold fingers right now. Guest was you. Dang, you're fast. I'm not surprised, man. For somebody who knows so much about so many different languages, how could you be slow? But that was just a warm-up. If you were not fast, eyebrow check, I would question all of your knowledge right now. So good thing you got triple digits, man. All right, here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. This is the championship round. Hey, Mikumard, how you doing? Welcome. Or Mikumard, sorry. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I think you told me how to say it before. All right, this is a long-ass passage. Here we go, man. Championship race. Whew. Man, that was a long-ass passage. So long, yeah. Not using Type Blazer for races at Pixel Pushers in the house. Yeah, not yet, man, but we're real close, Pixel Pusher. We're real close to using it. I just want to like finalize a few things. We can run one. Wait. My bad. Fluffy, how much do you get, man? 128 for Fluffy. Let me put that down in the leaderboards. Here we go. 128, right? With the long ass passage. Very good. The goat is here, yeah. Alright, Pixel Pusher, let me give you a little quick review of what's been going on. First, let me log in. Well, I think I just broke some things, but hey, what the hell is working now? That's crazy. Maybe something like now I see my attempts, man. Anyways, we got this daily challenge in here. You get 2 attempts, but it doesn't take your maximum score. It takes the most recent one that you did. So if you did 1 attempt on your first try and you feel pretty good, you got to roll the dice if you want to try again for a higher score. So that's one thing, the daily challenge. We have all these different single player modes, dictionary mode. I have this custom training word set that has, there's some guy who posts on Reddit with like 200 words that has the most character things in them. So we got that. We got the infinite mode. Been using it a little bit. It's really nice. Thank you so much, Pixel Pusher. We got this infinite mode thing that's going on. What else do we got? The championship race has been bumping. So every hour on the hour, there's a championship race. Today was one of the biggest championship races. So this is still being worked on. And then we have our leagues thing. This is what's holding up, like replacing Type Racer. The words are a lot more advanced. Yeah, the words are very advanced and harder to type. My WPM is about 10 lower than in Type Racer. So I have my private league. Here's an invite to the league. I think you have to have an account here. But this is what we're doing, man. We have our leaderboards here. Instead of me manually entering everything on my website, I'm going to slowly migrate to Type Blazer, and the leaderboards will be here. Anytime somebody redeems a Type Racer, you join the league, and then I mean, we'll see if it works. I don't know if it works right now. It was that quick brown fox code. Oh man, cannot join. Yeah, so not a part of the league. Yeah, you have to join the league first with that first link I provided. So maybe I will have it so if you just click on the page, you're automatically in the league. I'm not sure yet. So you join first, and then you're able to race. So anytime somebody redeems that, we'll run one of these private league races, and we'll just run it right now with 4 people. And then it saves to the leaderboards. Here we go, man. Do your best. What the hell just happened, man? I just saw those avatars get so big. And then I think it ends too. I think it ends. All right, there's some bugs. That's why I'm not doing Type Blazer for my redeems yet, man, because there are clearly some bugs right now that we're trying to sort out, man. So I think whenever I finish the race, it ends the race for everybody. That is not the way we want to do things around here, man. It kicks me mid-race. Yeah, something something went wrong for sure. I have an issue to track that, but I don't know if it's in prod yet. I think this tab is working on it. No, not this tab. I don't know who's working on it, man. Somebody's supposed to be working on it. If you know what bugs, maybe I could help contribute to fixing. I like solving problems. Hey, thank you so much for offering. Right now, it's not open source. I've just been vibe coding on it. This is a great big experiment for me, this website. I'm trying to see how far I can get with only vibe coding, like absolutely no manual coding. And then, just keep working on it over time to see what we can build, to see what's possible. The one working on it is on a Byte tea break. Wait, Tequilian, what do you mean? Oh, the one agent that's working on it went for break. Yeah. So yeah, I know like in the beginning you came in here saying C++ vibe coding, that's insane. Everybody thinks it's insane, man. But I think we need to try insane things to know what's possible, you know? How you gonna know if you can do things if you don't try? So that's what this whole project is really about. You went to grab a bite, yeah. Shaggy, what's happening? I'm considering some insane C++ vibe coding very soon. It's on the to-do list. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, so we have, let me try and document this issue that we have. League races end abruptly. So I just did a league race, and I think it ends as soon as I finish the race. I am the league owner. The race should not end until all participants have finished or 2 minutes have gone since the race began. Alright, we gotta fix this problem. This is a big issue for blocking the whole leagues thing, man. But so like it only shows 3 participants as well. Wait, was that one it? I don't think it even shows the right thing, man. Alright, to refresh maybe? Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't show everybody here. We gotta fix that. I'm an open code user myself, but recently trying Claude Code again. Still kind of difficult to use. What do you mean it's difficult to use? Feeling pretty relieved that job I had second round interview for is going through next steps of the hiring process with me. Gotta get as much out of the free time I've got left. Hey, Shaggy. I don't want to give you congratulations too soon, but I'm happy that you're advancing nicely through the process, man. So good luck to you until you get that offer. Get some money. Getting paid is always nice, for sure. Alright, I gotta go in like 15 minutes or so. So let's try to figure out, like, clean up whatever I'm working on here. Man, this thing is still tripping. I'm gonna interrupt it. Stop. Stop whatever you are doing. Some confidence is definitely restored. Yeah. How long have you been looking, Shaggy? And what type of experience do you have? Like, how many years or what type of work? You know, things like that. All right. I think I had you fix some issue, and I'm not sure how to reproduce it because now everything seems to be working. Maybe there's some weird edge case that this happens. Hopefully whatever work you did now would address the issue in the edge case. Can you let me know? What do you think? Like, tell me what the actual issue was and if it sounds reasonable that it just started working on its own. Alright, what is this one doing? Oh, this is the historic races. Man, which one did I had... Alright, let me just look in my pull requests because it might have been merged. I don't even see it here, man. Maybe it never got merged. Oh, right here. Maybe it fixed the wrong bug. I see. So I think I didn't describe the issue good enough, and maybe it fixed a different bug. So now I have a new bug file or a new issue filed for 754. I'm gonna send somebody on that. 8 years experience employed in web dev. Applied to stupid amounts of jobs last year without AI enhancing my resume for each job. Took about 6 months off of applying because I felt like I was taking the getting no interviews into my own hands by not applying. This year, I started the AI enhancement and it's getting me the talking points. Wait, getting me to the talking to people stage, which I'm pretty decent at. I see, dang. So you've been trying to find, are you in the US? Are you talking about like looking for a job in the US and stuff? Are you in like a, I don't know if you've said where you're located or if you want to keep that private. But are you in like a tech city with lots of local jobs, or are you looking for remote stuff mostly? And are people, is everyone asking you about your, like how you use AI in your day-to-day work and stuff like that? Is that like a standard question these days? Wait, this class is, wait, what is it saying here? All right, make a PR. That's what you got to do. "93 failures? That's crazy." Anyways, it's almost lunchtime, man. Because my stomach is making crazy noises because it's hungry right now. But I'll be working on this later on in the day, offline. And we're trying to get the leagues to work properly so that we can replace Type Racer in here. And I don't know what else we gotta do today. But there are 72 issues to work on, so I'm sure I'll find something to do. Oh, this fixes in. That's nice. Alright, should I deploy this? No, let me wait until... I'll wait until something... This one is reviewed and merged. English is a bit weird. I said it somewhere else, but think can't do this, cannot do this, and cannot do this work right. Dang, you guys hear that? That's my stomach making noise. I don't know about cannot do this. That looks a little bit weird. But I guess they all work. Can't you works. Cannot you? Yeah, I guess English is a weird language, man. Most English speakers, I'd say, wouldn't know if it's right anyway, you know. Yeah. I don't even know proper English rules or anything, man. I just go off of what sounds right. It's like, I like how that sounds. I'm gonna stick with it, man. Vibes-based language. Yeah, that's, you know, somebody asked me, how do you say, like, all right, I experience this whenever someone who's learning English will ask me a question about English. Like, hey, how did I say this thing? Which one is correct? And then I have to say them. I don't really know by looking. I have to say it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that one sounds right. That's the right one, you know? But I don't know. But you can do this, can't you? And you can do this, cannot you? Yeah, they're not the same, man. I suppose, and it's maybe this is more like I don't want to say slang, but I think all languages have this going on where there's just a way people talk, and it's not really there are no real rules around it. It's just the way people have decided collectively to say something. And anytime you hear something that's not like it, you know it's wrong because you've never heard anyone say that before, you know? But it's not like a rule in the rule book. Anyways, so this one says you sure they are anyways, I think I gotta go because I can't even focus on what I'm doing. I'm so hungry. Should I leave a little bit early or should I stay for the championship round? Oh man. Should I do another daily challenge? Man, I don't think I can beat Seaplane, can I? I should have had. Have had is it weird? I don't think it's weird. I've been hearing it my whole life. Linguistics major years ago. Dang. Fancy. We got experts of literally all languages in here, man. Programming languages, English languages, and stuff. I cheated. I did the second race and saw if I'm faster. If not, didn't finish. That's kind of cheat. Yeah, seaplane. That is cheating. And I have a fix for that coming soon. So don't you worry. Take advantage of it while you can. It might be ready to merge right now, but I'll merge it later on today. Where's the anti-cheat thing? Oh, maybe I didn't make... Maybe it's not merged. But I swear, I tested it, man. I would say I would only take advantage of it yesterday, waiting to test the fix. Hey, Ricky, I swear I did it. I'm gonna ask, can you check to see if there is any work for that never made it into a PR? Uh-oh. Man, my stomach is making crazy amounts of noise today. What am I gonna eat? We all heard that one? It's grumbling, man. It's grumbling. It's been grumbling for like 5 minutes now. Exploited until the captcha test? No captcha tests, man. Is Claude down? GG, Claude. Hey, I just restarted. It seems it's alright now. So, alright. Any PR ever created, man? I swear we made the PR. Alright, so we'll make the PR now. Brian, not Hawaiian, welcome to the party. What's happening, man? Turn it off and on again. Strikes again. Someone cheated in Type Racer today with 450 WPM and also bypassed their Google CAPTCHAs somehow. I think the CAPTCHA thing should be easy to beat with advances in OCR, right? I don't really know. It's hard to truly vibe code TBH. I've tried and it is not possible for me. What do you mean it's hard to truly vibe code? I think a lot of people are truly vibe coding. Wait, what? First, let me ask. What does truly vibe code mean? Am I truly vibe coding? I think what you're doing, yeah, I think I'm truly vibe coding, man, but I don't know. I have this mighty need to see the code and the other mighty need to ensure it adheres to my standards. True vibe code is where you never see your code at all. You never see the product inside, only output. Man, that is what I'm doing, man. So that's the whole purpose of creating this project, is to truly vibe code something. You gotta let go, fam. Yeah, you gotta let go of that control, man. You just can't do it. You just gotta trust in the agents. Vibe coding still depends on the quality of your conversation. That's still an art, and each agent interprets differently. DN Bull says the definition of vibe coding has changed, just like they changed the word woke. Did they change the word woke? I guess woke used to be a positive meaning word, and now it's like used as an insult, you know? I find it impossible for me to do. If I can't delete AI slop comments, I am not worthy. Everyone using AI for at least some of the things. Yeah, I don't check any code, man. Not really, at least. I don't even... Oh, that's the Type Racer noise. Championship race. Big ass avatars, man. We gotta change that. The type blazer. That's the Type blazer noise. My bad, Ricky Wong. Here you go. You need an account to be in the championship race. Vibe coding succeeds for me when I've already provided steering docs for my personal core fundamentals. But yeah, the guy who coined the term vibe coding is what you're doing, but people are redefining it for whatever reason. Yeah, I've been having such a great time vibe coding, man. I know it gets a lot of hate, but it's so fun. Woke was originally used to describe spiritual people. Is that true? I don't even know that, man. Also, Dalton EXE, what's poppin'? How you doing? All right, so if enough people join, the avatars get smaller. Maybe that's okay, man. Maybe I should leave it as is because it looks cool like this now. Pixel Pusher came to beat us, bro. Yeah. Well, Pixel Pusher has some real competition in here. We got Ricky Wong. And that's it. Fluffy ain't here right now. But Ricky Wong, it's up to you to beat Pixel Pusher. Ooh, look at everybody's avatars, man. It's nice. All right, the countdown begins. Make it left aligned, or is that OCD? Hey, I don't know. I don't know yet. Hold on. Would have won with no mistakes. Wait, I need to change it so the WPM shows always like it doesn't show when he finished. Dang, 174 miles per hour. Yeah, I would have won too if I didn't make any mistakes, Ricky Wong. I feel you on that, man. If I just didn't make that one error, Pixel Pusher would have been toasted. The Q and extra count is such a mind. What are you talking about? Is it intentional to not show what text we'd be typing? Yes. I don't want people to like read up the passage before they type. You know, I want you see the passage and it's like boom, your brain has to operate and figure it out. I might change it so it shows like 3 seconds to go, but I don't know. They counted race start, then extra countdown. Yes, that's for like that's also deliberate. There are some issues with syncing or something like that, so it starts 10 seconds. Don't you worry. Next thing you know, someone making front end hacks to pre-show the passage. Yeah. Oh man, Ricky Wong, is that what you're working on right now? Wait, we have almost the same thocky keyboard sound. Since I'm lurking, sometimes I hear the keyboard sound and WTF, I'm not even typing. Hey, negative IQ viewer, what? Hello there. What kind of keyboard do you have? This quote relates to what we were talking about, yeah. Alright, I gotta go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Type Blazer has been fun. It's always fun for me. If you want to do more championship races throughout the day, there is this notification button you can click and it creates that like little beeping sound 2 minutes before the race starts. That's the sound you heard on stream. So I just always leave one tab open on Type Blazer and I crank up my volume, and then anywhere in my house I'll hear that little beep sound. I know I need to run to my computer to take on Ricky Wong in the championship round. So it's a way that we can still do typing when I'm not streaming, you know, and it's really fun. Anyways, I gotta go, man. I gotta go eat food. So we gotta find somebody to raid. I don't know who to raid ever. We could hit coding with strangers. Vibe coding people. You guys want to hit vibe coders? You guys want to hit lead coders? What kind of food? I don't know yet, man. I don't really even know what kind of food I got. I might have to go cook something. No leak code. Ew, leak code. Man. You hate vibe coding, you hate leak coding. What are you doing here, man? Alright, I'm just gonna hit somebody who's vibe coding. Oh, Shaggy just went on. Let's hit Shaggy, man. I didn't even see he's on. Shaggy was just in here. Never said vibe coding was bad, just can't do it myself. I see. But you absolutely hate leak coding then, right? Anyways, I borrowed check. Thank you very much for tuning in. I gotta go now. Maybe we can chat some other time. I'm streaming every weekday, 10 a.m. Eastern time to 1 p.m. Eastern time. A retro from YouTube. What's happening, man? I'm about to end stream, so you just got here in time to say goodbye. Alright, everybody. See you later. Pixel Pusher, I borrow check. BTW, have a good day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Seaplane 1, adios. Ricky Wong, see you in the championship races. Negative IQ viewer, System Exit Startup, see you later. Alligator, thank you so much for stopping by. Who else is out here? Dalton EXE, Brian Not Hawaiian, DN Bull, everybody else, man, all the lurkers. Yeah, I'm going retro from YouTube. See you later. End stream time. Who else? Did I say everybody? Everybody. Shaggy, we're about to go raid Shaggy, so get ready, Shaggy, if you're not ready yet. And see y'all tomorrow, man. Takilian, adios. Say goodbye, everybody. Peace out.